Drivers ready, marshals on your toes. Take two. I'll call you by name. Josh, Richie, Karl, Frankie, Zach, Brian, Steve, Ian, and Brad. Watch at the center of the triple, center of the triple. Corner table. Clear, clear, clear. We are rolling here in race number 12. Race 13 looks like they're at tech, and race 14 can be thinking about it already. Back-to-back hot laps off Brad. Going to put him on point early in this one. 19 and a 5:02. Coming off of Brad on the front end. Frankie trying to hold pace, and Zac Rose is very fast opening to this one. Top 8 drivers on 19-lap runs early. Hot lap right now, Zac Rose in the third spot with the better of the 15.7 to our leader, Frank P's 15.7. Frankie P across the line, 15.8, another good lap. Working around that keyhole up to the driver's stand. Headed to that center triple. He's on a 19 and an 02. Brad now matching him on a 19 and an 02. Brad just threw down his hot lap, 15.877. Josh getting to work, 15.4 off of Josh. Then Zac Rose, Richie Peters, Ean Reilley, Steve Richter waiting to pounce. Then Lutz and Schmeling getting going. 1:30 in, 3:30 to go. Josh holding hot lap from the third spot. But Frankie P is still the one we're chasing. He's on a 19.02. 03 for Prenger, 04 for Rose and Peters. Hohnstein on a 5. Then a gap back to Richter and Lutz on 19 and a 10. Ean Reilley on a 19 and a 12. And Karl on an 18.06. Watch in the middle of that triple. Middle of the triple, clear, clear, clear. Frankie P getting to work here, 19 and an 02.1. Brad chasing him a half a second now. 0.6 this time by Hohnstein getting back involved, and Richie Peters throwing in his hot lap. Things changing up a little bit at the front. It's too close to call between Frankie P, Zac Rose, Richie Peters, and Josh Hohnstein. Small gap back to Richter Lutz. Back up with this race, 2:30 in, 2:30 to go. Frankie P and Zac Rose now inseparable on the front end. Peters and Hohnstein behind just a hair. Ean Reilley throwing in his hot lap of the race to jump to the best of the midfield. Lutz and Prenger right behind him. Richter as well, and Schmeling trying to get back on a 19. 2:10 to go. These guys are looking to set 8 of the top 9 times for the round so far. Lutz just threw in his hot lap from the 5th spot. He's on a 19.08 and getting quicker. But we're still chasing the 19.01 2s and 3s of Frankie P, Zac Rose, Richie Peters, and Josh Hohnstein. Then a small gap to Brian. Frankie P on point, 19 and an 01, starting to flirt with Lady Lap 20. Richie Peters chasing him there, less than a second behind it. Zac Rose cranking up the heat with Josh. Lutz starting to get back involved. He's the best of the midfield. Then Ean Reilley, Prenger, Schmeling, Richter. 1:20 to go in this, 1:20 to go. Frankie, 19.01, 1.3 seconds ahead of Richie, who's got 0.3 to Hohnstein, who's got 0.3 to Rose. Top 4 covered by very little. It's going to be close to the end here. We got 1 minute to go. It gets no better than this. Frankie P across the line, 15.8. Josh, 15.8. Zach, 15.8. Richie, 16.6. And Lutz, 16.4. Reilley right on the back of Lutz and Prenger in that battle as well. Good battle for the 5, 6, 7. Lutz, Reilley, and Prenger. But the top 4 breaking away. Frankie P, Josh Hohnstein, Zac Rose, and Richie Peters all on TQ paces. They're working together well over this triple section. Oh, easy, watch it. Rough break there going to happen. Racing incident, we move on. 20 seconds to go. Let's get to the end strong. Still a lot of very good runs out there. And now it's going to be Josh to the point. 1903 for Josh, 04 for Zach, 07 for Frankie and Brian Lutz, Prenger and Peters on 1911s. Then Reilley, Schmeling, Richter dropping out with 5 seconds and the extra time to go. Top four still on top four paces, but now it's Josh on point. Keep going strong. Keep the train up. Keep going. Keep going. I might not call any of you done. I think we'll keep Hohnstein done. Keep going, Richter. Keep going, Prenger. Zac Rose done. Josh and Zach, the only ones done. Now Frankie P done. Richie Peters, Ean Reilley, and Karl Schmeling looking for Prenger and Richter. Prenger and Richter still racing. They're going to finish it up. Josh getting it done. 19 in an 0.35 to Zac Rose. 19 in an 0.41. Brian Lutz barely holding off Frankie P. Brian 1907.2. Frankie P 1907.7. Those are going to be the top four times for the round. Then Brad going to put up a 6. Richie an 8. And I'll get you the one and only Scotty Ernst here for the A sort.
Okay, got the track all blown off.